Hello, in this presentation we're going to cover Tenderfoot, Requirement 1A. You should take the time to start reading Chapter 9 beginning on page 257 of your Boy Scout Handbook. You will find more details about the types of outings as well as other details about gear and your outing planning. So let's get started. Requirement 1A says, present yourself to your leader, prepared for an overnight camping trip. Show the personal and camping gear you will use. Show the right way to pack and carry it. Requirement 1B and 1C will be covered later on. Always keep in mind that Scout camping is all about the adventure, the fun, the discovery, and the teamwork. Every Scout should have the items on this checklist for every overnight outing. The Scout Basic Essentials, clothing appropriate for the season and weather, backpack with rain cover, sleeping gear, and eating and personal cleanup kit. Let's get started with the Scout Basic Essentials. These are in no specific order of importance, as many factors regarding your specific outing, such as type, length, and weather conditions, will have an effect on the importance of these items. These are the basics that you should always bring with you to be prepared. A pocket knife is an invaluable tool and serves many purposes. You can purchase many different types of knives with all kinds of tools and accessories, but generally, a simple single blade foldable knife is sufficient. Something to drink from is a great item to pack. A water bottle is generally a great way to hydrate, as you can pre-fill your bottle before you head out and can carry some water with you as you hike. You will need matches and fire starters to get a fire going for warmth on chilly nights and to cook your hot meals. A first aid kit is always a take with you item. It is better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. A flashlight is good for when you get into camp late or you need to see your way around camp during the dark hour activities. It could also serve as a rescue beacon should you get lost. Changes of clothes depending on the length of your outing. You should always include a way to protect yourself and clothing from inclement weather. Bring rain gear, such as a poncho. Trail snacks will help you maintain your energy between meals. A map and compass will help you navigate your outing activities. And finally, sun protection. You can suffer from sunburn even when it is cold and cloudy out. Now that we have our basic essentials and appropriate clothing taken care of, let's take a look at some options for backpacks. There are two basic types of backpacks, each offering advantages and having disadvantages. There are backpacks with an internal frame, such as this one, and there are ones with an external frame, such as this one. The best thing you can do is have a general idea of the types of outings you will be going on most frequently and head out to your local outdoor store. The folks there should be able to help you find and fit a backpack that meets your needs. Here are some of the basics to help you get started.
Hey, I'm Braden with REI. When you're venturing outdoors, whether it's for a quick hike or a week in the backcountry, you're gonna need a backpack. Packs can carry everything from the bare essentials to some extra creature comforts for longer hikes, but the basics stay the same. Here's some things to keep in mind when selecting the right pack for you. The first decision to make is how much space you need. Pack volume is measured in liters, and most packs will include that information in the pack name. Day hikers carrying small loads usually go for packs between 18 and 35 liters, while overnight backpackers will choose packs around 50 liters and larger. In addition to fitting your capacity needs, your pack should also fit your back. Small day packs typically come in one size, but packs designed to carry more than a few pounds are available in multiple sizes to fit your torso length. Backpacks offer hip belts and sternum straps to balance and distribute the load, and some include other adjustments to help dial in a comfortable fit. Backpacks support loads in different ways. Those carrying a small, light load often choose a lightweight pack with the load balanced on the shoulder straps. For heavier loads, a more rigid pack directs weight to the hips where it can be carried more comfortably, and their stiff structure increases ventilation by creating space between the pack and your back. Your back will thank you on hot days. When you're ready to find the right backpack, stop by your local REI.
Now that you have a general idea that the type of outing you are planning has a lot to do with the type and size of the pack, let's see how the professionals properly fit a pack to you.
Bringing gear is essential to any adventure. Having a backpack that's fit well will make carrying this gear easier and more comfortable. Starting with a pack that's sized for your torso, to get the proper fit, here's the sequence of adjustments: hip belt, shoulder straps, load lifters, and sternum strap. Because this sequence is so important, start every time by loosening all of your straps. With the pack on your back, first tighten the hip belt over your hips. This strap will carry most of the weight. Next, you'll tighten the shoulder straps by pulling down on the end of the strap. And these keep the weight of the pack forward, near your back. Load lifter straps are ideally set at 45 degrees, and they're tightened only enough to ease some pressure off the top of your shoulders. I call these magic straps. When you tighten them, your pack magically feels lighter as weight is transferred to your hips. The sternum strap brings the shoulder straps inward onto your chest and relieves some of the pulling back on your shoulders. Finally, ease a little pressure off of the shoulder straps to feel the weight sit on your hips while the pack is still held comfortably against your back. Use these steps every time you get out, because a pack that's fit well means more fun in the backcountry.
Packing your pack properly can make for a comfortable trek, or it can be a real backbreaker. Let's follow these tips for the best experience backpacking.
There are some basic concepts for packing your backpack that make carrying your gear, no matter how much you have, much easier. There are 4 things to remember when loading up your pack. Heaviest gear goes closest to your back. Lighter weight gear goes away from your back. Frequently used items go on the top, and less used items go on the bottom. And it's usually helpful to divide up your gear before you start. You definitely won't need your sleeping bag right away, so it's an easy one to put on the bottom, along with other items that you won't need until you make camp. Your heaviest items go on top of your sleeping bag, close to your spine, and centered. Usually these items are your food and water. The goal is to create a comfortable center of gravity. Around the heavy gear, and to hold it in place, wrap softer, lighter weight items like parts of your tent or clothing. Stash frequently used items, such as your map and compass, snacks, and other essentials, within easy reach. Finally, tighten up all those compression straps to limit the load shifting and keep your pack looking as sleek as possible. By taking time to consider the weight of your gear and how often you need to access it, you can pack a backpack that will make all of your adventures more enjoyable.
Are you ready to get out there in the outdoors and try out your new gear? I bet you are, but we have a few more items to figure out first. Being warm, dry, and as comfortable as possible is very important to your outdoor experience. Here are some items that will make the most out of your downtime. A sleeping bag. Make sure the rating of the sleeping bag is sufficient for the temperatures you will be sleeping in. A sleeping pad. These can help insulate as well as offer some cushion from the ground. A ground cloth. These are great to keep the moisture out of your gear. As an alternate, many people are making use of hammocks. Hammocks have many advantages as they are small and very light. However, you must make sure the area you are visiting approves the use of hammocks. Many forest managers have rules against attaching hammocks to the trees, so check it out before you head out. These tips are a great place to start the process of choosing a sleeping bag that's right for you.
A sleeping bag is your main source of warmth and comfort for nights spent in the outdoors. Sleeping bags work by creating a layer of non-circulating dead airspace. Your body heats this air, and the sleeping bag captures the warmth and keeps it from escaping. Your sleeping bag's shape and insulation type will affect its temperature, weight, and comfort. Bags can be rectangular, semi-rectangular, or mummy-shaped, and filled with either natural down feathers or synthetic insulation. Because car campers tend to choose sleeping bags based on comfort, they often decide on roomier, rectangular, or semi-rectangular bags. Backpackers who value low weight and a warmer bag for cold backcountry nights usually choose lighter and more efficient mummy bags.
We're almost there. Next up is your mess kit and personal hygiene. There are many options for mess kits available today. These two are the basics. If you're going with a group that will be bringing cooking gear for the group, a simple plastic mess kit like the one shown here is a great option. If you need to heat water or cook some food, you may want to look at a nesting cook and mess kit. Don't forget personal hygiene. Bring these items along with you to keep up your hygiene, keeping your body healthy. There are many other optional items you can bring along on your outing depending on available space and weight. Take a look at page 268 in your handbook for a list of suggestions. As always, be safe, follow the outdoor code, and leave no trace. And make sure to go out and have fun. I'll see you on the trail someday.